say Namako. Mpenyu for not na say. Whitney, watch him inside. Naboku says, why are you laughing with me?
4 or 5.
Sometimes I finish my shout out.
No man, the man 14. Okay. The Muslim be my shout outs. That's what I'm saying. Okay, then you for 10 minutes being come, but Whitney Boko dear.
Adumarakwa.
Okay.
Adumarakwa.
I see. What I don't say.
Yep.
What I don't say.
Adum omohoye.
I see.
Omu niama na ne boy.
Omo niama. Ade.
Ana se niama boy din.
Omo niama. Ade omo niama boy din say ade omo niama no yeton.
In color in Thai.
The way you said it, omo niama no. So I was like omo niama. I was like and then the other man I'm about to introduce me maybe I was a real. You need an opinion. Anyway. Needed in an apple washes and just before we signed on our company and album listening be
yes so
that way
on the 17th of next month October 17th
okay
which happens to be Kwabna birthday for 3 years you know release album here
okay
almost 3 years he's been hibernation kakra he's back with a full album on the 17th. Any birthday, which is Sunday. On a Sunday, you know, we want to do an album listening session with the fans. Yeah, we'll be treating the fans to some of the old songs, and then we'll come to the new ones now. We'll be releasing on the 17th. Our Coco Vanilla, our East Legon, Adrian Gano, Echo Rollins, former President Rollins, Fee Hornum side. Anybody who knows that place, so live wire connect DJ Manson and Crawford and I can't we're trying to do something like that, but after that there'll be a series of events I are planning where Kwabena will get very close to the fans, so
very close,
very 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 close into baby. I won't expect it to be here, we plan on going.
That is what you meant.
Yes.
Getting very close to his fan. I mean, what I said.
To be a local joint. To be when in that.
Okay.
We would appear.
But Napoku, when come a topic, no. I mean, album part these days. I thought they said the singles, moves better, and this album that we don't listen to. Or why is Komna going back to albums?
Well, traditionally that is how it's done, and originally that is how it's done.
That is what we all grew up. But more after when you release an album, they will play only about 4 will move their canons. You know, one sana. Yeah, you and I are compiling into.
Well, we'll be under the method. Okay. The younger ones on my banner, a different style of approach of how they do it. They rather release the I won't really be EP. Extended play, They'll release that and then they'll release singles. And singles are they need to introduce themselves proper to the people. People are not.
No, you've answered my question. You've answered. Kovna is Kovna. And see, we better top hair.
Yeah, not because, but them. As I walk top
that's what I mean.
Rolls Royce. You don't need any adverts for it. For who say,
I get you. I get you.
So until I want to for over 3 years now. He could have released a single within that 3 years. And every time they wait to release his single towards that. But he felt prepared.
For instance, if I enter a shop and I see a Kobna new album, maybe I say Nyumbe was so.
You don't.
Once it's Kobna, when them say away there, you are sure. Say
it is a fantastic album. Like but I think what he has done, he has mixed the old school with the new school. So on this album, he has the younger vibe. Sefa, Kwamina MP, there's Yao Tok, there's Kofi Jamal, which are traditionally from the new school.
No?
And he got the old school. There's Efia, there's Trigmatic, there's a few other names like big names. Yeah, I'd wanna hold as a surprise.
Like 17, names. 17.
And then he did collaborations with international artists. A very huge artist, Sesso from Congo DR, and then one French artist, Passy, also from France. Big superstar in France.
Nepal or to French and now to
yeah, French, yeah. So after you hold the concert Alliance Française because the French people really like Kwabena, so they want to come and have a partnership with us. So they've already made us go ahead to do arrangements on the 5th of November. We'll have a concert at Alliance Française with the French embassy, behind us. So we are trying to merge some collaboration between Ghana and France with music.
It looks as if this last quarter idea, Kobna camp, very busy.
We have been, and we thank God for it.
Well, 17th is almost 18 days away or so.
Yeah.
And
17th October.
Yes.
And it's not.
But it's the end of September.
Yeah.
And then,
29th, eh?
And then 30th. So 17 days away. 30 days of September, April, July. Okay. So
we are very busy actually.
But I'm sure we'll get time to really go into it and do a proper promo. I mean,
if you can permit me, next week I think he will be here. If it's possible, if your producers will allow, I'll try and see if I can.
And we say Salamas ni Yujimu and Madingo.
We'll bring him in person for him to explain his vision and everything.
Okay, we can't wait for him. And then my third panel member, Nadine the Socrates Safo. General Mwakwaba. Hey. Okay. Boko dear.
BBI Boko.
You are in black.
Yes. I'm say yani minister Honorable Awa.
That is Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture. Okay.
And Deputy Honorable Okrikumante.
Marco Okrikumante. Okay.
And Akwesi Ajimai.
That is Ghana Tourism Authority.
Ghana Tourism Authority and Akwesi Ernest.
Media Excel.
Yeah. Yenina yebo mu eko ya papa Nana Ampedu if
okay.
Yeah, eko jamo mo.
Okay.
Yoko chia mo. Eko bisa mo amanie eno mo so mabo amanie amaye nti no. Se the official no. Ya dia to aban nim se ni abenie. Nti se de tie bia no. Aban so ahye bo se eyie no. Nana Ampedu enye abusuane pedia your mining nyina dia enti say o mine so no participate in ni ebekosu bia ye de bekra na chi the whole Ghana ni abusuano ebetena se ne ya hwe ne ebeye enti na.
Okay, my producer hint me say mukoy no crash there's audio back mini bi or be say tie phone say. But for the records, na Nampedu fie no e wo he.
Won say minim akwete man. Devi
nyabotre. Safo uko hobby.
Me ko ho.
And why does it need to take somebody to tell you where they are? Uko area then.
Halifax.
Yes.
Me minim New Boy Town.
What
you must say? But a grind there. When him say, chrono, ebi boom.
Into the fear, into be.
And the idea, maybe the minim say, "Why New Boy Town?"
Last time, because NSC in the fear were abufu. And I was in New Boy Town.
Me see, Pacho. Me see. Me the na minim say, "Why New Boy Town?"
Now, okay. Now, okay, I get it. Now we feel safe for New Boy Town.
By Eugene chere me say
akwete
ma nti obi nim obi chere.
Anyway, that is a Christopher for you. Into omuko the late Nana Ampedu fie no nkomobo bene course wo ho. My NTA will tell and then I come back to them. Then we good to go.
Wait! Open some more! My yes! Open some more! Wait, Mr.
Peace FM.
Yeah, Papa.
Salam, Amamre, Answer. My bye, son. Let me send you and then you have to say, and me rap, said, I can't send me. Wow, Nana, I did war, president, before I go.
Kiss FM.
Contribution towards the new movement. Men and Lamia, when I was here, you would be a better India and yet I could show to the trade. It will be because never has the same year as a between and then some could share what men's was now, mentor to contestants. Not from my lord, I'm made it so my lord. Because of my background, Muslim, you may demand the men and I be very managing and chance or over bread on the idea to be a well. Now, you be a Ibiano bedding. See Ibiano bedding, say. No storytelling ability in music, I'm so far, the young generation. The best association it's and depending on her doctor a while. The buy said, the baby was here near Dinamochi, near Kaiwonsi, Nana knew be a it's no sense as we have a better Bushia, and your Bushia, but it's a grammar crying on the Sanamodian. And your man, it is a Yerba, Namu said, Yamani Boba. I see you come and name one. Who to me said, audition. I got a boy in my balance. See, you know, it's in a mochi at a mochi. A son said, a penny and Casawahan. Mean to me, Canina, they said, or no, was he soupy? Yes, we do 2 many miles here to Canina, but then to Canina answer. The other whom be answered a penny or her for cabinet. Or Casa, you sure said, I know, but also. Nebuchia. Yena media right make us say abrapa ye bu bia na mo bia ye rutu ene asemrante yen ka hu say that say e yen e bu sa da na e bo history dey make our record then we make our phone so ala dey play the people akaye it's na much
Okay, and see, that was the voice of Yaya Deputy Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Mark Okreku-Mantey. Time on call the late Nana Kwame Ampadu Fieno, Okreku-Mantey na muti. But my call telephone line or so, 9 Nana Ampadu, Neba Bako, Neba Bema, one of his children. His name is Kwamena Amwa Jima Ampadu. Na eno kakra, and then I quickly come to Studio 2, take their comments, and I believe that will be a wrap. Nana Kwamna man patrol timinka. Okay, yeah, that's a say wapne se unye bon komo. In the first place, I mean, as a program, as a station, we express our deepest condolence to you and the family. And see, Yanina NMDSC dada, Menyaf never be so say na Ukraine and Ukraine. What is the way forward? Let's not say when your dates in Komobo Ben on Pepe Semofan to at this point, Kwamina.
Yo, Madam say, Muchia, Ghana Fonina, and PFM Fonina. Many are 7 hours Bisano, Nepanswano, Nanso, won't say, me papa, apart from the oil, John to 4 Henno. Also, ayo hene. Ono ne papa. Ono na oye asuna for bushing a penny.
Okay.
Ewo kukure to me. Ena oka hon so na omo chechere. Eye obo.
Okay.
Ntino. I tell me papa no oyo hene. Obo akonya no timidi mani yi. Tinini apani na namfari bo ajan awto so mi no na eti akonya so sesia menamo ka say say ye date for 1 week and I say ye and I be there me and can say if it say sam and penny for no penny for ni na say ye ni omudi nkomo na ɔmo so ɔmo kyerɛn ɔmo adwen anaa biribi ansana yɛn yɛtumi de biribi aba abɛto dwa nti ɛnɛ de a me na ɔka sɛ yɛbɔ nonum pɛpɛɛpɛ mpanimfoɔ no bɛba na ɛno a yɛbobɔ ntɛm no bi so baa ansi so nti ɛnɛ na ɔmbɛsan aba na yɛabobɔ so nti ɛsi so a free adwoda ɛɛkɔ no moba yɛapono mu a yɛbɛgye mo so na yɛakyerɛ mo de akɔsi nyinaa nti so far no deɛ yɛbɛtumi aka fa ne nhyehyɛ ɛho ne ne date ne saa nneɛma no.
Okay, you better say I think it's understandable because we're royal no yen train say I fought Nasia, then we pick it on from there. But come now, Pacho, we need Nana native fear back home.
Men because many my friend in say I'm so much worry and then may market. But they will feel what they be an upper area because on the first now they will radio so. And me Antonio, nti na me pese me hear music in a full time. Nti ma me da radio no kakra. And me ban and change. Se me buy feet in a day a me enya full time. Mama na a church me. And near my work and no money sa near man. For the past 9 years a day. I said me one in time when I'm a driver no you should quite cover there. You go show on so kakra no jama. What you say, or they very or dear film.
I see. No wonder because your home was several stage with Nana. I mean, or took a crash sometimes even perform together. The NT na maybe I say wouldn't na war feedback on this yet it is several reports. Say the condition no critical and here say Obeko Hospital no. Mo frɛ ambulance na bambedu hontem na eventually mo call hospital ba kumbi no so treatment e course no na enhyeda nyamude. I wanted that confirmation say no kre. I mean, what exactly is it? Why na frɛ ambulance no time be na bedu ye?
Oh, meaning that ambulance issues no ne ya doctor for the assembly winner ili mo ekekano onse report no bi beka kire onse obi so beka asemo at least no say we investigation say ili ya ni panaba beka no no kore ili ya ni pani ni ya ni ngazo ni ya bi beka ni no kore ana mention to na monko hospital kona ili omunya issues no ana say ambulance for no ni o number na mafomo disa say mona ya frɛ mo mama ana say si ana nke wase media e be den da mama say metimi atfikiri ba minu ya na kata no woni ha ya sma yo to kan mo ya sma so mo ekokro no ntino ya sma no kanya sa de anga me mo no be ya no de mawo.
I say ba wonua no amane be important na obo
maybe one country on the minty here, minty, Nanafiho, Nemo barrier. Minty, and Penifono is here. And then is almost to almost can't cancer. I don't know, I'm so catch up them, almost for ambulance on or chair. Some almost dinner buyer, almost day ambulance and a buyer. Now, no airdrop okra no I'm say ambulance for na say or montimi emfa ko say I don't know actually and I mean so that in the minute you are nipa na nya free mo ya na me say maybe say mo because nya no nya me priority my priority me say me papa na we free mo na enka me wo nya me bia me na be ya na yen timi anya na hon na me hwe hawa because the bia na me no chro ya di kan ya ba ko awie na ba ko ni no wo studio ayeye nti no ni ho na ma say me use experience bi kakra no kire me na say ni use timide twice one na me timide nti ho na me ma gen wo na nye ambulance ne we no mo nsen dem no one day ya na nse Daniel live.
Interesting. And see, so we see Mwasha ejuma biasi ya munjwe ya ejuma potain bensi na mo yenyu is it an album, is it one track was studio ejuma ben na mudi akwa mudi say ejuma na duhi
ejuma ya sha se ne se on se me na ho tete me ambi si na nai nti normally also be to wo no we go do we ya na nai a say they am friend collabo say o no we collabo maybe I don't know so kakra very so the we could see so kakra no jama na nti so kakra o to the akano maybe a next track or say to the akano say bo say be do next track you know so nkwa ato na fe e be sa na eba na nkwa o to sa na fe o so wetin eba be na ho ni nti your first track I hear no o say entimbi a wo sha e say o man yeah, makes it. But then you video, no. Next one, yes, yeah, they are. And no cry, I started. And no, see, a Juma Ben, a yedding pa. On the Ghana, and Obia, sorry, or the Juma heading. And to me, yes, you because a Juma Ben, a yedding pa. Then also, I started, yeah, and I said one, not so, yeah, William. Because Argentina, and also is a question. Argentina, who on Monkai and San Wafao, and also what Tron sent more, yeah, and also yeah, Babe, and I think every year. But and I make a song in an Anki, and Yaba. But you leave Ako, and I'm united. I started beating on the rhythm on the name, but you told you so. You must be head in Parana, and I have to Kakra, and they are so first and second best. I am so other verses. No, I am sorry, I'm not to make Bompire Zabia. The deal with Giant, and maybe to me, and Mammy, Yansan, be a meeting me. Yansan, be to me, be a meeting me, and who said no person, ya arrangement or no. And they said, no person or me at Sola Fanas are near man. It's normally Yana, no one Ayana, made drink.
That's a tough one. Nice children, how many of you are into music?
Oh, for now, dear, like I said, but you and I am young too. But yes, or man find young with you, man. On the cannon of Crana, give me a penny, your firstborn, and then Papa, then you call tracks and everything on you. Dana for the Kaya, your friend Ian. When you young as I did, every company and I could jump it. But many musical name will use it and say, I'm not done.
Okay.
Or no, I'm Papa, then no contracts and a Sania man. Can I lick no? Oh, yes, no, bad Bobo, got no in Bobo. Mumbekaya, I would be Sakamata in 95. Now, and I'm to be a Kawa, no, number 9. Now, because Mukra, no more friend, future to your boy. But a mobile walk up on but me and Kobe and now with that. But Africa the end of mobile Africa no every year that walk up on 95 no mobile corner went to me and Kobe. Don't deal with free music no more can grab a ball. You are not many or none and I say near fire papa line more. But it's here the men kwana make a
to your legacy no so but in no way he na number no
from now the name say be any do actually baby I am fan my another but what bibia name but the minimum dini there 10
we 10 I see and is it true say we are the 6th born? Okay. Anyway, one more time, we express our condolence to you and the family. And Sana Wakayano, Sampenyu for Tnasi Yuya. Tnasi Yuya, Yabefra Obium, na Senkobe Waha, name Fintuja. And your music career too, why not? We would all support it to continue our next legacy. We wish you all the best, my brother. Yes, yeah, that's it.
Station Peace FM. The me ado ma say dem can free enjoy that economy. more friendly and I say more baby dear. We go there now and penny for 89, you know. I don't know, you can be there so.
Yes, you better see. Main thing here. So that was Nana, the late Nana Kwame Ampedu Sitbon, Kwabena Amwa Jima Ampedu. So as we said, and then so the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, led by the minister himself and the deputy minister, with some arts practitioners, Omoko Nana Ampedu Fie. Yabo voice no mwesi dear Mark Okreko Mantekai, Deputy Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture. Fortunately, we have Mark himself on the line. My minimum bonkom, a very short one, and then I now come to Studio 2. Honorable Deputy Minister, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And
how you are?
My boss.
I never take it to a voice.
Sorry to have called you by this time, and I might have said now I'm busy, but thanks. What happened on the Bonkomokakra? It's honorable, and one minister name some penny for call Nanam Pedofie. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not paid. It's a whole team from the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. Now, also, 10 years we did the World Tourism Day activations across the world. It's now Dr. Awa, Honorable Minister, Ewo, Cote d'Ivoire. And now, Mr. Mihodi, the domestic one, Ewo, Hohoi, Water Region. It's on our way back, Minister, again, do a returning, and Mr. Returning. And now, any information said. And I come and do Akababy. Now, I can't memono because it's a can, I can't memono. What's a cry? I want to say, I will say, Ukufio, Ekubisa, say, I'm pana. Now, it is social media 70, the view of what, and some of what become social media because you will be able to know who yet. It is near per se, and you sure say, I am pa. General. The Minister Frey say we are ready. It's me, Winnie Penny Akwesiajiman, the CEO of Ghana Tourism Authority, and I'm afraid Winnie Penny Bako, Sukit Safo, Kanho, and Kwesi Ernest. Say, opinion and Katasokotia. Now, the President, so a release statement and on an Aquamian paper. I was say opinion beko cabinet and ne okwa efutin bo amane so nti also besoko okuti e wan koka na ye nka anche president nti ene ye kofi wa e ko say dia so kwa kotie na esi aka memo like I said unim kra unim nti net minister and any team e kotie ebusia and na kotie ebusia say na napedu ye ma Ghana nyina and I'm pretty yema show business and entertainment. And I'm pretty yema politics. If you were feed and I'm pretty YNDC Kaka and said you by NPP. It's where the group of politics is fine. And I need no to yem for storytelling. I would hear now any old songs never you know about direction in life, you know. And any so as a ministry, tourism, arts and culture, this is why we are here. Into to be a Maya Yende, I was here nearby. Yet Taibusan Swetty, Samri, Copim Time, I did, Yembra Penny, young of fire, and I am papa. The Quaco said, the beer, I was here in a tour. It is Nede, a year in Kutankuja, the ministry president, the 2 young, young support your minister, Dr. Wa, Nayangukuti, Ebusian, Yanshawan, Bossa, and one and now, Samri.
Wow. My idea. You've done well. But Mark, I mean, fortunately, when it comes to music, dear, we are strong stakeholder in the music industry. And son, you've been called to serve this, country as a deputy minister. Yeah, Papa, Wako Insu, also a strong legend in the music sector. As a person, Mark Okreko Mante, what will be your fondest memories about Nana Kwame Ampadu?
Okay. And me call na yere started so soon. Nebuchadnezzar for years ago so. Crazy and coming so. Na me nye good say me so. Enye don't say I'm that say be men so. Eya na ye be say chere say strong. And inti an coming so na say. Me nana dey. You share a lot of things underground and Kofu.
Wow.
Yeah. And recently, Mekai will be say, Okasana Kwame Ampadu come one of our meetings say he will die at 75.
Really?
And now, Obi can say, hey, sir, let me say, one kai when we were fighting from Konga to Gamro, and Ampadu Kapetan meeting back and say, he has a vision. You know, he was into a lot of religious and spiritual things as well.
Wow.
It's a committee, a bumpy, the Bible on the Bible, a guy there. And okay, in one of our meetings, it's fair a year, anybody besides an Eddie how many years? Because I knew he had said that to me years ago. And he said he was 76. I'm saying, okay. So, yeah, how it goes. We only will say, Uncle Bessan, sorry. Nana. And I quote him in a lot of a year. When I tried him in my speeches and in my radio presentations, but I quote him and he gave me one to be that I still use. I'll never forget. Let me share with you.
We are listening.
I say penny bi and on na kwala nam. Na debia penny no. Oswan kwala ko to dia ne ba. The piano, Bebano. Penny fa separate food different. I'm not to different man more. No, I'm fine for different one. So one day, I'm finally decided to say, Penny, the be out in there, then on the name, then I'm me. It can not be only what made dinner dinner. And then I didn't need it. No bounds, made in a and then no me fenny. Almost an alpha. But I'm finally deep. Opinion piano. No one say a word and yet cry and yet cry. Those are papa. Teaching us how to be audi. Again, yet the crowd and the be audi. So I said the boss number, we can say, teachers again, we mean a debia or automat. And the leader, no, the boss, no, idiot and Senia, had the power show any weakness in the face.
I see.
To be sharp, penny say, oh. Again, in do me away, but there be a Michigan so. But when I away to my day, when I was one year man in unity, I am busy with the better one. It will make the day I'm away, and yet, but that's any budget person. It's in a video, no. It's or can not tell me say, sometimes when you are a follower to a leader needs soon to with your assumption is that he's enjoying. But the leader might be taking a lot of pain for you. It is almost so pain, I had the full be. Now, what are the normal different one? Don't try to step in his shoes. Now, that will be the one, Brano, Brancasa, Canoka.
Wow.
And I'm going to give me this one. He has a book, Sanyamani now, and he told me, said, a da only who be and the Baberman only me. Now, me offer my lord. Now, Miss Bajan also my lord. Because I'm saying me a judge. Then call school be as me a judge or mentor. In the judge, and I'm getting to me your lordship. So that's how he calls me. Then I'm my friend, my lord. So it's my lord. Book he get a ho. Me will go home. Me new go. Come beside me. And I know hand you over man and that should be as we knew. Tanya, what you know, see at the ho. Even when he's not alive, the son knows where the book is. There's a second one to that baby. I mean, friend say, and a book now come as an family. The young funny money woman. A year futu, if it be your stories as in books, if it be your audiovisuals, who have said to be you want some fine yet. Because I wanted us to do cartoons of the stories. And then keep up the engineer that there be a project, men and project engineer. And see, my fondest memory, they say, or a unifier. I also said then when I used to fight a boy years ago, I don't know if you remember, of Chinua Femi. My Lord, oh dear, wouldn't say me bano, bra, me and Kasa, people do not know why I kept quiet. Many of boy asked them that time, and an ampedu.
Wow.
Yes. It's made in an ampedu day. If you give me the chance, 1 hour, 2 hours, and so he's a great person, and me, I have a weakness for people who are very good with the arts. And Anampedu is one of the people or you're very good with his craft. If I had the weakness for him, so can be I don't challenge him because if you're born bred in any achievement, let me need to me be a million to casa back at Anampedu. Just send you a vacancy, my Lord, send your colony. I stopped there. To me, one of the Anampedu loyalists for Mekano.
Deputy Minister, Yebedase, because my answer I bet you will crack. Maybe it is too early, but let me just throw it anyway. A bit more started say, or moon suggested say, looking at his statesman role over the decades, contribution to national politics, contribution to tourism, arts and culture, or deserves state burial. What will be your response to such a suggestion, Mark?
Okay. Last year, baby. I said last 2 years. I think it was last year. And also for Daddy, a car baby. Now, at that time, Honorable Barbara Otinyesi and you lead a call President Hosea Bonamania, Sena Benny. And now, I wish I found back, sorry, no see. Yama a year or Ghana and the of Daddy. A year of Ghana and was say Yemen State Barrier. Sana President George Yato. The time a President Kasa no cancer or this will be cancer Yemen be State Barrier. And I'm saying I family in America. The President can't say or no President, he doesn't have control to write today and say so that you will be man State Barrier. A state at the time and they will take a decision. Because they said that Papa Council were a German State Barrier. The President can't say, or no cry as a president. Who's been drawn towards who are German State Barrier. It will be a twin, yes, sir. But states number 3. It's even the seminar president kind of to with him. So this is how it works. It's me as Mark where I say it at the moment. Me need to be able to say a German State Barrier or not. But the president in his own wisdom, and when a bit take a decision, not for an Ampedu a year. What can see? Over the state barrier, I think it is in order. From Subia, anyone, the president decided to over the state barrier. From Subia, anyone. But to be a need to me, for the country, made the new Welma state barrier. And now, me as a Mark, and now Dr. Awasi, the same will be state barrier. In Edina, or Penny Kesson or so. But what do you have to see where I mean, can you say? Statement and president. From social media, the president released statement on a number. Yes. I think that president has said, as people in the creative space, they say, we say, I was saying more than I say, in the sense that what you say, oh, okay. And a number of years, I mean, Mekaipa 208, believe in Ghana agenda. And I'm a pledge, say, Obijan Anechi, Ewonifi, Ewonima. And I'm Pedujan Anechi, president, at the time as a candidate. You can do a wedding. Well, election Luciani, and I'm Pedujan Ujina for President Kufado. A president is what I say, we are Papa Mana, many so. That statement religion, I think, say, creative for, or say, more than as I said. And you won't perceive Wayama, Boyama and Nampedua, Wayama, Munina, Wayama Yinina, Nasa, Nobaya Twaso, Edaka Yinina, say, Ghanaians, I want to practice the art, whether you are an NDP member or an NDC member. Because of President Kufado's passion for the art, we appreciate Yinina any day, any time. You could say a year for a year or so for Dazi, the kind, some more kind. You could say a year for the not to for the kind some more kind and no support say you know you be any ho even financial support in including vice president and anti-freeman chief of staff. It is after the ban I think say President actor in say my industry way. Now once we get and believe in Ghana agenda,
Deputy Minister, one more time, we better for agreeing to talk to us. Let me share. That was Honorable Marco Krekumanse, Deputy Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture. And he kept talking about a statement from the President Enra. Enra, then put in President Kai. This is it. Since Enra on the President's official verified Facebook, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo yesterday afternoon. This is what the President wrote or caused to be written on his page. Let me read it briefly, then I bring in my panel members, and then it's a wrap. I have learned with great sadness of the death of one of Ghana's musical icons, the legendary high-life artist Nana Ampadu. The outpouring of grief by many Ghanaians following the news of his death is an appreciation of the impact his music had on successive generations of Ghanaians. Nana Ampadu believed in my vision for the transformation of Ghana and assisted me tremendously on the campaign trail in the run-up to my victory in the elections of 2016, for which I remain eternally grateful. His condolences, his was a life well lived, and he will be sorely missed. My deep condolences to his widow, children, and family. Rest in perfect peace, Nana, and may the Almighty keep you in his bosom until the last day of the resurrection, when we shall all meet again. Amen. Nana Ampadu Deye Nyame Mfa Okra Nsie. Haha. I thought I was going to read that tree wrong. Okay. Let me just go straight. Savo, you've heard our minister.
Yeah.
I'm not deputy minister.
Yeah.
You've heard Nana's son.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I've just read what the president wrote about him.
Yeah.
Where would he pick it from, sir?
Well, I can say, Senior Mark Kayano. Nana, you'll be a Ushiana. Free in China, Be, and now on can story in Chireo. Mekai story be anana kachere me about Adoa ne Osono ene ye ohini ewo ngure mu ho Animal Kingdom no. Ena Adoa nso
Nana Ampadu can story be chira Osono eno ye ohini. Well, so much like Nana Ampadu.
Yes. Ena Adoa ne yo Adoa nso feel so no ho ne ye fe. Inti no senka no na ye mane edi hini. Inti ni oye ne se okoka kire koto se koto wonim so Osono nam ha yi huhu kwa wo koto wo betimi abo no koto se me o se an o wo betimi abo Osono am obi ehu se wo na ho ye densi obi awa na wo ni mo powers awo inti no Osono ba be num nsu a ko hye ne hwini nim wo be hu se obebu ne sesi a ene koto nso ekoye sa Osono ba ye ode ne hwini sinsu ne mpekoto buru mu ene dwe afede be hwe Osono ne hu dwure fomi ne Adoa ne kofro bia ba se mo mehwe koto ebo Osono e se ne koto we he o mu hwe onu de mu be hu no mu hwe mu one ho nya den mu suro ne kwa we ensisi esi ne hene me mu hwe me mai yes me na esi me hene won se ye bo no
na koto no hwe
ne koto akɔhye ne hwini mu.
I see. Koto akɔhye Osono hwini mu.
Yes.
Okay.
And Osono de ne ho dwura form. And ɔde ne hwini ne dwura form. Kan kɔbran kɔrɔba ba ko Osono sɔre ya hwete ne ho no ne koto ato form pambo awu.
Oh.
Adoa etumi approve say koto Osono ɛwɔ weakness. Enti ne ho nya den sa. But mo na aka nyina no hwan ne betumi akɔhye Osono hwini mu no wa bo no. Adoa use koto e dey approve source no weakness wa achieve ni aim ba koto awu e wi ase oti wo baby obi betimi aba be Charles Halifax wonim say father to ye hu kwa
say you use Eugene
oh okay Eugene or ye hu kwa
there be use Eugene ne father me nyame
Eugene ne father okay nti Eugene
ana odi one of them
ana odi anka odi pony odi dey say upiana na okọ ai odi ma say nti obi betimi use obi ti baby no obi be ka kire o say oh wait say obi be kan obi hu asema kire o ko ye ne say ko na e bia no nipa no wo ne ntokwa bia o person ne nipa ne ko no abe use ye nam nipa bebre o ha sabi the battery a show moto e no mo kontokwa bia o mo nti ase
e the battery a show moto sesin
e ya wan ne o
ye chi ne pano run it draws the battery share ho ye be plug it
one robots
ye be plug it one him nti ase
there be say obi you say o so ti ase ase ma me
that yes ye phone ti ase say ye the battery a share bi mutrum na ye be plug it one
me sabi ye the share ho a ne a plug o eji wonu ntokwa bi a woni obi ku nyina no
Tiger Head and Energizer
okay what was here and you be na use obi betimi use am akoko ntokwa bi ama na
proxy wall
yes
Safu if you hit this my tables and my mic again
sorry
come on
inti no efutu a odema by then no na meni obi twa film and no nipa start misbehaving and no catch him say look when you see things like this there is a third person somewhere unim see a ko mo ba ya nso na no kure
the okay Mark and so I disclosed for the first time say Nana had written all this things into the form of a book so you know
Nana unim a course mentor
Mikaya course mentor
good and son of worry no wa kotena ware ho no na oye nyum na me manage ne kakra
Mikaya no so
good ene me ne call na ho na ma no 3 emma enyum kwa watu no kɔ no ho a owo books de bebre eye sa no 3 ni nyina ma watwere enyum a onto yo
okay
eno yi ba kuma course say on the channel onto
beautiful into now Mark see Nana had told him say one day when I'm no more contact my son
okay
na mun send na mbe publish book no
mo
de beye nyumo mo de beye story mo de beye cartoon so just to keep the story running
okay
is this something you want to be part of? Is this something worth engaging in?
Yeah, it's worth doing. Mamin can send back on chiro. Nanampedu
last one now with Nebrim.
Nanampedu ne mi wiane stories.
Wo wiane stories.
Ne nyom no. Ne films bebra ye na me ni danfo biye. Ne wiawia.
Mo wiane se sen.
Won se ye tie ne nyom na. Wo hu ne afa story na wo nyom no wo hu.
Na mo de atwasing.
Ne de atwa ne afa ho ka. One day ni ayetena ase ne kan se ne aye enye. Nti yenko hu papa. Ti e call ye no. And you call na man say papa envelope kitu any because you wiawia wa
ya fa wonyom
ni ewia yam fa
okay
inti no enya nyom ne fa ne story no
okay
inti no we die yaba no oda ya se eno kan say ye wo bebre inti ni films ni bebre o ha ono na ochro story no my afi officially
I see
no ochro my
I see and Nana ampedu anya ne bibia koyi.
Yeah.
Wow. Down for being so anya ne baby ako. In fancy her. His name is so let me see in fancy her. Say yakoy.
Jakao.
Let me na me Whitney.
Hallie.
3. The Sun's interview, Mark's explanations, and the president's statements.
In all that, Asema Edahone say a legend has fallen.
A big legend.
A big legend. The number of times I had interactions with him. Every time beyond me, what question me bisan say, Papa. Abwabena still onye nyumwane ho. It was the one question every time when it be bisano. And the funny thing, now of the first time in interaction, no bisa so no friend me miss entertainment review. And I'm say papa ba say me wodi and I say there be she asodenfo ya wo ba oda omontamide miss entertainment review and every time be I know who even in the midst of people na say no friend me so if I'm say papa me say emwa na mu ne hina umfa anya enyo
okay see asodenfo
that's one and truly first person I'm not pointing so no
it's a crazy for
also 2 minutes took it now but me will be out now we react
wow.
And you see, for me, it was the humility that you can't take. And yes, and not all force it. That is his nature. And asem wohad bibi no person can no filters, no waka we and that's it. The humility with which he was Nana Kwame. For me, and nona, I take from him and fahun bibia obishiao wherever he was, whether he was performing or we see from stage or anything like that. No, there was that humility to deal with everybody as God made them. And I will come back. Mesa can say me bium say. You know the funny thing.
This I will control.
Last week Saturday, United Showbiz. AB tribute, Na father said something that intimately during the week, I had goosebumps.
Father said that.
Or said this tribute, Nipa anka opeso de shase. Or started this tribute to the legend, was Nana. Because he deserves that honor. Ebia, father was feeling something we were not. But he said that, and it was so deep. And for even saying that, it's a blessing. For even saying that at that time. Because I'll say a day when production or Jay who say, listen, me and na home my legends name ko and say abeye oh no ye say and it or don't know or feel say nipa netiase no mo hu say bra mo abre baby o mo afa because omuko baby a yembom omudin keke say ebia nanampedu ebi crent they're called Ghanaians first.
That's true.
Ain't he omukra the flag of every Ghanaian? Ain't he say ne omwedu and omina are in the 70s, mid 70s, late 70s, And he feels that there is no better time to let them know that they are appreciated. Last week Saturday at about 11 p.m., 11:30 thereabout. And all kinds of same way. And I believe that Sema we should hold very dearly. When you said last week, Uncle Abin Chempa, he had tears in his eyes.
Oh.
Nyamano when he was being honored and all that. And I think it should be the same for your legends, Nina. Let us honor them and not wait till, yes, you better all the good things, but let us do that. And it shouldn't just take an individual like despite media. It befalls on everybody, especially government. Yenye BBC. I am still saying it. You hear a hall of fame. You hear a hall of fame that is like a museum. For the rest of their lives, their golden years, Obia kohono kutia sempwa kakra pobia. They will be making something of it. Because they are going, and all the records, and you say, wait, yeah, can't say or church or nyamini bia. But for some of the things in the crowd, hearing from them and recording it and transcribing it, we need that as a nation. We need that honor for our legends in the music field, acting across board. We need that.
Whitney is becoming almost teary. And yes,
Halifax, I say you would choose creativity over everything and become an ambassador for your passion. Hold high the flag of your country. And then as soon as you hit a certain age, that's it. That is it. We need to do better.
Her name is Whitney Boakye-Mensah, and she's speaking very passionately. We're showing facial expressions. So me manu to us I don't want to cry in my studio today. Yeah, bro, opinion. Nana Poku Ashes.
Senior.
Nibana Kasa, Maka Kasa, my opinions were issue statements.
All of it, no. Yeah, in the creative space, no. Yeah, Jitum Ewasopem in a way, like Mark said, Nana Ampadu is a legend. You know, he's a hero. Okay, where you'll be a ordinary kwa toho representing the high life fraternity, the original Ghanaian music. He championed a cause, you know. Mekai Mrebia now only didn't komobi. I was very close to Nana, you know, very very close to the family. The Bano Kasai, you know. I'm close to them in a way. Many call. I organized the show in France 3 years ago, and Nana Ampadu and Kofi Sapon, they were the artists I any omokoye. Now you drew hono. There was a little lapses from my partners now or Arminium year show, no? And there was confrontation like me bufu ya pa because I said no more nyanya masane ya peno no. Na Nana te hodi who say na me boyfriend no smart yam friend memra. And obi say me say manhunu achechede ene ponko. I do mesi obo so muntu recap.
He used the same animals.
Yes. On the ho no beko.
We dey achechede ene ponko. Safo du ene ye osno ne cotton adoa.
Osi manhunu achechede ene ponko I do mesi obo nkom recada na. Na me say me who be that, but I can imagine it. And I say, me sure I want to be the first. And I'm say, Ponko no say there be achechede. And I'm say, DNT. I no say, so be any so Ponko no be the first. Achechede no do I only no need first here. So I'm so do. And I'm say, I no say, so say, yeah, but we imagine. It's imagine say achechede no so na the first. And that was deep. No say, send your for your madi. Say yeah wa. Into to obo asia. Show ni ebe. But wo so obufu a. Send your one so ye ya. And he calmed my nerves, and we actually I did everything, and we had the show. So it gave me a good lesson. Say in everything, you know, your judgment should your heated judgment should not be first. But take your time, and not at the end of the year. He was an institution. Many year close kakrano. They be no catch himself for only no brand. I'm sure your mom and you be bri wa mature you at a good them high life if we from one. Every time I miss Yana Biano, he would sing a line or something he has written. Even at his age, yes, it's true. At that age of 74, 75, Nana Suku studio.
Wow.
Yes, he was still recording. Now he was I'm more prepared. I know about it. I'm more prepared album to come out. I know about it, and he had done a couple of collaborations with some other high life musicians. You know, Mekai, my last visitation to Nana was time I met Mr. Easy, a Kostra no. Now, I broke down when I actually saw my father laying in bed. No, I couldn't go there again because me didn't be close kakra. So upon seeing him that day, then I broke down. But I took another lesson that day. How Mr. Easy was enthused to meet the man, and Nasamo Kai say, this man. I started listening to him when I was young, when my father would play his music. Na no so bisa na sa Igbo nyom no sa one sa Igbo nyom no cause omutia enye Igbo kasa originally. You know, it sounds like rap be no ma creating no ma to.
Sa story no Safo sa
Yeah.
no Safo explanation.
Me na kasa na nana cry.
Okay.
Me na kasa na nana all France no. Or chere muchem. So I knew, but I didn't want to tell the guy. And sene the boy Mr. Easy was so me na hokeka, you know, starstruck. Like papa no, even in that state, no, he was so starstruck. And he was saying, say, there's so much he wished Sanka Papa Netiasia, he would want to take from him, ask him permission or pay royalties or anything and, you know, pick. But it's sad saying, yeah, take Roman. Most of the musicians did not see it. These people come pick our materials and go. That was the main reason why the guy came. And I had a call from Flavor, also wanting to meet him after Mr. Easy.
Wow.
Flavor called saying, and also person Oceana, there's something he wants to, you know, release. But what to say? The man is in Toeba Ghana or Bar, you know, and Konosuba Kushiano. So we had, not because of our institution, but we probably did not see. It's never too late as well. Nana Pedu can be documented. He can be used as the start of this Hall of Fame we're talking about. If it never happened, that this is the start. This history is going to go and wash. Are we serious as a people who really want to improve upon our things? Today, Afrobeat is dominating the world. If you go everywhere, it's Afrobeat. These boys are performing stage in, stage out. How did you think it happened? It's because they eulogize the fella.
Ashes, now you've joined those who like hitting my table.
Sorry. It is because they have something they are leaning on. We have our history we have to lean on. These are heroes. History because nothing is happening. And it's sad. Into that bang. And let's talk about the state burial. It's a must. If you ask me, it is a must. It is non-negotiable.
Not appealable.
No.
Not compromisable.
Nanam Pedu should have a state burial. I don't know how Ebony was able to get buried at that foreground. I'm not even going into it. But if we did it for...
She was not buried there. She had a burial service.
Okay, that's what I don't know. I'm not going into it. So if you are saying she had a burial service, Nanam Pedu should be given a state burial. If the president is listening, a non-negotiable, we are demanding it. Say na ma kan say okay, president the cry say they are say yate the okano do on your mind. This is something I think say it will begin from here. Because a nation that doesn't honor its heroes, no, it's not worth dying for. And all these people, what do they look up to? Many that's what is saying. So if they serve their nation, now say it drew when it matters most, and they are not recognized, how would those behind, you know, live a life to also appeal to the next generation? So I think, say, Nana served well. High life, he was the epitome of high life. Can be or a high life. You can't take anybody away from Nana Pedu. He once said something to me, say, Edru baby, no, now the crafting of a sort of Danimu into your backstage, not the at the Ekokobia Bonimu, you know, the baby brave say, no, I call Edru. So, or you know how yes, I'm not Bible and go to cool.
Wow.
But then a lot of people were thinking, say, hey, I drone or the backstage, and so only just to, you know, create that buzz around the music thing. So Nana has paved his due, and then we in the fraternity you're losing a hero and a legend.
An irreplaceable one. That is the voice of Nana Poko Ashes. Answer upon what are you also saying on Facebook? Francis Chum says, well said, Whitney. This is exactly what I have been saying. May his soul rest in peace, from Lorraine Ellie. Rest in peace, Nana Kwame Ampedu. Indeed, a legend is gone. Eric Forger. Halifax, God richly bless you for the good work. God bless you too, Charles Boahin. Great show. Kojo Asempa is saying from Edum Kumasi. Well, death is inevitable. Daniel Autry Ajari. Good afternoon, Halifax. Good afternoon to you too, Henry, Jonathan, Tete, and your twins. Yes, I said this already. You have twins and you're married, so stop chasing young girls. Halifax, for today, dear, I love Sukri Safo from Esther Obi Rivier Ansa. Okay, let me take their closing submissions and then we are out of
last
here.
Last message, you know.
Last message, no. Halifax, as for today, dear, I love Sukri Safo from Esther. Esther Ebema. Safo pa. Adena nini na wa mbisa so mu oba na Bema ba win kwan so ya ba.
O se ne na mete ye. Also, we train in Yentina, now kind first, Nina, no.
And see, the message was being read in She, right?
Me say we train in Yentia.
And the message I make our bro from wins where no see.
Say how kind bro fuchi.
Safo,
yes.
For our closing remarks, right now, in Pongwana, Sana would do warming up ED.
Oh, okay, okay. Alifas.
Safo.
Well, Nyameken, you say, Nyamene dema, and in Yame, and so na Efa. Inti be near Yemfa Asida Menyame. But Osaji for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, we call, but your kaino. Sahan sooner. And penifo ni bebre a omo kunje Ghana independence pa grants no money we no nyina smensa saba no musina so awuko ya kai omo na emo no de na nampedu ye wi mfiri ne da carpenters wu drivers wu but artists never dies so na nampedu ongu ni nipedi aneko but the name and the works no will live on. That's it.
Yeah, that's a super Safo. Whitney.
Hallie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Koi. Me, I want to say a huge thank you. Last week Saturday, yeah, my papa call back to or say or unya danin nature where he wants to be buried. Nikoku. Nikoku farm.
Wow.
That's where he wants to be buried.
These are old people and their preferences and their choices. Sometimes you can't explain it.
I wonder we gave him that honor. Yeah, the echo nikra and young kokwa. Me jina minya nom anai me busia or henny obi busiano. Me jino manai ada obi biara or boye ma since o dan nichi 1 week any year nankasa last week Saturday. Father Jackson was you know, it's amazing. 10 years ago the same despite media and I can't home see me mame a car baby afi 10 years and father say ya bwam ye see me mamia me papa and so the same thing should be done na me your official full orphan enti welcome to the club me go no was right someone got no enti Father Dixon ojinemu oneken.
Wow.
I can never say thank you enough. Na
may God bless them.
Omujine no. Me can say because of the request or the my no. Intina me pese me who biya edi mechi akwa ho. But a whole delegation nana ya akunedu ni ohima Messi. Eba all the way there. Inti me doma seni akusi asapon. And then Halifax one kasa. I mean, I am so thankful you. You come through every time that I least expect me dawase and then me emana ye hu ejuma no say ene wa na ye ejuma no all the women on my dear sisters keeper platform na me domase nana kobu nebu fu ye say me say my delegation emma.
Wow.
But because everybody I think that's the one thing everybody is upset with, that the way I do it for others, it should be done.
Because your father will die just once. There won't be a second opportunity, be a second event, be a whoop of business with you. That is the first time he's dying. That is the last time he will die.
Well, but he had his wishes, so we were complying. Yes, with that. Inti me doma say
yes, so yeah, that's it.
Biara or baye ebe boye get do bia senyankopon shru bia.
Amen. Amen.
My mother-in-law came all the way from Kwewu to come and stay over the weekend because of this. Me domi na se boachimen se busian for me domi na se. Nana kubutia me dana se pan. Everybody who else.
Nyame shom back. That was Whitney Boachi. Whitney Safo ni dia naba.
Emaye me patro Safo dia mai. Arnold dia mai. You are not Nana Kobu. You are not Nana Kubo. Yes.
It's not too late. Me trust everybody.
My inti
Now, what about Safo, my empon, Nana Pokumbacho, Maduma Mike, no.
Anyway, I want to say a big thank you to Nana Kobo for Ejuma Oyama in our industry. Anybody who knows the legend Yasapon, because we're talking about legends, you know, I would want to use this opportunity to thank Kobo for the great work he does on the legend Yasapon. You see, Arnold's story not sure, you know, it has deep roots. We shouldn't take it lightly. You know, these legends are suffering. They are really, really suffering.
Some of them.
Most of them. Well, you see, our industry, let's not make it look like it pays biyama. But the Omo trail moon like the Omo pavy way, you know, they didn't really benefit like that. Like the way today's generation probably might be benefiting. So I had plenty of them. And he said, let's encourage them. Let's encourage more people to pick on some of these aged people out of love, out of voluntary love. People have what to spend. But Romano say obey be amount a day. And if me I would celebrate Kobo any day because I know what he does for the legend Yasapon.
Wow.
And I am very, very grateful. I think the whole family Yasapon will be grateful. Kobo Sube 3, 4, 5. Probably this industry will not be hearing stories of begging. And people should help.
Message well delivered. Yeah, with them upon.
One of my very, 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 very favorite clients, Cadbury, Mondelez Ghana.
Okay.
Any omo pegi Mrs. Pepra Mekuji. I mean, almost set a whole the Cocoa Farmers Association. I wore me papi Kurano to come and mourn with me.
Wow.
Yes.
Very impressive.
And that for me, it's something very huge. I can never forget.
And so, what's on my Cadbury?
Mondelez Ghana.
Yes,
so I'm all the Cadbury. Mondelez Swiss.
Okay. Yes, we are done, Marcy. All too soon, I mean, we've taken some of this time, almost 30 minutes. My name is Halifax Ansado. The program is Entertainment Review on Peace 104.3. I sat in for my big brother. His name is Kwesi Abuaji. May God be with him and bless him wherever he is. I am out of... Kwesi
Abuaji or Wayne?
Kwesi. I say our plus one back was also far.
Oh, that question is
but Halifax, I didn't tell o country or cannibal or Cambro fires. No one can say or can be
a higher coin. Anka, Asian woman, the Maon. Sir, we can say,